What is up, guys? What is up, my friends of YouTube? In today's video I am going to be testing the Rode Wireless Go. This is not an unboxing or a review. I'm going to do sound test. There's too many videos out there of people talking about the product, and so you can go watch those videos, right? But in today's video I'm going to go ahead and test the Rode Wireless Go with 5 different lavalier microphones, and I want to compare the sound, and I want you guys to be involved in this video, and I want you guys to choose which microphone sounded the best. We are also going to be taking a look at the waves in Premiere Pro, how the waves look, the noise level, the self noise, and well, right now you are listening into the built-in microphone in the Rode Wireless Go transmitter. So right off the bat, let me tell you something. I am very impressed by the Wireless Go from Rode. It was the right choice and I'm truly happy. So with that said and out of the way, let's go ahead and hook up the Sony lavalier microphone. Now the link to all of these lavalier microphones, it's going to be down below in the description if you're interested in getting one. I don't remember the name of this, but I'm going to put it on the screen. Okay guys, here I got the transmitter and the audio is coming in through the Sony lavalier microphone. Very well recommended lavalier microphone system, or actually lavalier microphone. It has so many good reviews and I know why they're talking about. That's one of the reasons why I am also testing this microphone. So I'm gonna go ahead and be quiet for a minute, or well, actually for a few seconds, 5 to 7 seconds. Here it goes. Alright guys, well, that was the sound test of the Sony lavalier microphone. So let's go ahead and go into the next one. The next microphone is going to be the purple Panda. It's also very budget friendly. It costs around $19. Also the Sony is about $19 or $20. Actually $15 if I remember. About a year ago when I got it. And also the purple Panda is very well recommended with too many good reviews. Let's see what's up with that. I'm going to unplug it. The purple Panda microphone needs the adapter from TRRS to TRS 3.5 millimeter. I was trying to plug it in straight like that into the Rode transmitter, but it doesn't, it didn't work. So here it goes. You are now listening to the purple Panda lavalier microphone. Like I said, it's about $20, and a lot of people, many people recommend this microphone. So let's see why it's that. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a quiet test now, and let's find out what is the whole why people recommend it so much. I already know. So 5 to 7 or 5 to 10 seconds. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Be quiet test. That was about 10 or 11 seconds. So this is how the microphone sounds. So I'm going to go ahead and plug the Rode Smart Lavalier Plus microphone. Okay, the Rode lavalier microphone as well, the SmartLav, also needs the TRRS to TRS adapter, and when you buy it, it doesn't come with it. And this, well, these lavalier microphones are meant for smartphones that have the 3.5 millimeter adapter. Now I am using it with the transmitter with the Rode Wireless Go. You are listening to the Rode at the same distance, the same placement. I am not moving them closer to me or anything like that. I want you guys to hear my voice, the highs, how clear the microphone is, and the self noise, or the noise floor. Pretty much what it is as well, if there's any hiss background sound. So I'm going to be quiet now. 3, 2, 1. absolute silence. We're also going to be taking a look at the wave files as well, because we want to see which microphone creates more noise. So let's go ahead and go into the next microphone. Alright guys, so right now I am testing the Paladou microphone. I also reviewed this lavalier mic, it's somewhere in my channel. I reviewed it about 4 months ago. You're listening to the audio levels. I am talking and I am putting the microphones in the same place, distance away from my mouth. And well, I am not doing any changes on the DSLR, and I am not increasing volumes here and whatnot. So you are listening to the audio levels. I'm just plugging them in and unplugging them so you guys can have an idea of what it sounds. I'm gonna go ahead and do the quiet test now. Alright guys, well, that was the quiet test. This was the Paladou lavalier microphone as well. And I'm going to go ahead and go into the last microphone, or the lavalier mic. It's going to be the Neewer. Now there were 4 or 5 lavalier microphones for $20, so they were like $5 a piece. This is the most budget mic that I've ever tested. And the sound quality, well, let's just go into it, right? Here goes. Okay guys, so you are now listening to me through the Neewer, like $5 microphone. You're listening to the audio quality, the sound test, and how it sounds. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the quiet test and listen to the noise floor. 3, 2, 1. It went about 15 to 17 seconds. I wanted to really get an idea of how it sounds. So with that said guys, let's go ahead and jump into the computer. Let's go ahead and go into Premiere Pro and look at the waves and how they sound. And I'm also going to show you the post-processing that I do when I edit the audio of my lavalier microphone videos, or lavalier microphone audio to be more specific. I'm gonna give you guys the tips on how I fix the audio and how do I make it sound even better than what it is. Let's go. Okay guys, there's not much that I should say at the end of the video because you guys are the judges, but I'm gonna give my 5 cents into it, my thoughts, and which microphone I think it sounded the best. Now let's go ahead and start off with the built-in wireless Go microphone. I think that microphone, the equalization of it is like the lows are kind of missing, the highs are kind of missing as well, and the mids are like way too high. The microphone, it's acceptable, you can use it. It's not something that I would personally use, but if it ever comes down to an emergency where I went out and I forgot all my lavalier microphones, my arsenal of microphones, well, I will have to use it and I will use the audio with no problem. It's not that bad. It's just not something that I personally can say, well, I'm going to use this for all my videos. It's just not something I'm going to do. Now, let's talk about the 5 different microphones, in my opinion. We tested the Sony, we tested the Purple Panda, we tested the Rode SmartLav, and we also tested, well, the Paladou and the Neewer. I'm going to start off with the worst sounding one. The worst sounding one, it was a Neewer. It just sound muffled. It's like if it didn't have any resistance. It was just too loud, and you can see it right here on the wave. If we start with the Sony, you can see the wave is like medium, perfect, and then we move into the Purple Panda. You can see the waves are not too loud. It's actually quieter, it's more compressed. And if we move into the Rode SmartLav Plus, we can see that, well, the waves are a little higher than the Sony, and it sounds thick, it sounds rich, like it's very well equalized. And well, the Paladou, the microphone is too loud. It's like almost the Neewer. It's like the Neewer, but this one is more clear. Now, these are my thoughts on the microphones, but I want to hear your thoughts. Leave them down below. What do you think? Which microphone do you think has sounded the best? Now, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the Paladou and the mic. They're out of the book. So now we got first, second, and third place out of the 5. Okay, so taking a look at the Rode SmartLav microphone. And with the transmitter, with the Rode wire. Now, there's no post-processing in here. There's no equalization done to it. There's nothing. The only thing that I did apply, and you can see right here in the video, the only thing that I did apply was hard limiter. And the only thing I did to it is input boost. So I increase it plus 12 dB. So we could have an acceptable, good sounding video. So if you listen to it without it, let's go. You are listening to the Rode. It's kind of too quiet. It's not acceptable for YouTube. You will have to increase the volume of your cell phone up all the way, or your computer boost up the volume as much as you can so you could hear it clear. So that's not acceptable. So I had to increase plus 12 dB so we can get decent audio, but nothing else into the channel. This is channel audio number 1. There is no EQ, nothing added to the audio, so there's no manipulation into it. At the same distance, the same placement, so between the Rode, the SmartLav, and I have to say it, man, it's just tough. This is a tough choice. Now, let's talk about the price. This one is $65 or $70 in some other stores. The Sony is $20, right? And the Purple Panda is about the same price. Well, actually, the Sony is like $23 right now. And the Purple Panda is $20. So let's talk about prices. Talking about prices, the Sony takes the first place. No questions asked. It just sounds clear. The EQ sounds perfect. Well, not perfect. You have to do a little more. And for the price, it goes hand to hand. It goes head to head with the Purple Panda. Talking about price, the Rode loses the battle here. Talking about, let's forget about the price. Let's say all of these microphones, these 3 microphones are $20 a piece, each one of them. Which one is going to win this time? Well, going back and forth, scratching my head like, what am I doing? Which one does it sound the best? Well, I'm also testing this microphone. So I'm going to go ahead and be quiet for a minute, or well, actually for a few seconds, 5 to 7 seconds. Here it goes. The Sony self noise, it's like non-existent. It's like the wireless go from Rode, preamps, built-in. It seems like they took the time out of their hand to reduce as much as noise, self noise as possible to give us almost perfect sound without the without it. We hate it. I hate it. Purple Panda. But it doesn't, it didn't work. So here it goes. You are now listening to the Purple Panda lavalier microphone. Let's check the self noise. Almost non-existent. Rode. Distance, the same placement. I am not moving them closer to me or anything like that. I want you guys to hear my voice. They have lavalier microphone. It has so many good reviews, and I know why they're talking about. That's one of the reasons why I am also testing this microphone. Well, right off the bat, with no audio processing done to them, besides increasing the master, I have to give it to the Sony. Price and about 2 or 3% better sounding than the Rode SmartLav. Okay, the Rode and the Sony take the first place. That's it. I'm done. Okay? In my book. Leave your comment down below. This was your host, Sergio with Takeover Clock, taking a look at a whole bunch of lavalier microphones and the Wireless Go. Is it a good system to buy? Fantastic. Fantastic. I'll see you guys in the next video.